more of a standard game. Nestea has the option of going for roach aggression, which we might see, but we're going to find out in a few. Starting to the bottom of the map now is our only Terran player. One of the last 4 players here at Iron Squid. It is Marine King Prime down a game in the best of 5 against a strong Zerg opponent, starting for LGRM for Incredible Miracle. To the top of Antigua Shipyard, we have Nestea.
10th drone made. Could see a 10 pool. It's all about the next larva spent. Does he make the Overlord? Life does that, but yeah, that's what we're going to see. Just the 10 Overlord. So not going to be something that we saw Life do, in fact, against Marine King, against his Command Center first. Did a ton of damage. It was basically game-breaking for Marine King.
Yeah, it definitely was. Marine King was completely caught off guard, but he adapted. In the second and third game, he adapted with a Command Center on the high ground instead of the low ground, so that really helped him quite a lot. And Nestea is going to scout. He has the drone scout out. It's actually so cool to see him do that, because he's like, I'm not quite sure what you're going to do here. You might actually try to be aggressive, maybe even proxy. Not the map to do it, but you're crazy enough that you might try to pull it off.
Exactly. That's certainly a good point.
And he knows about the timing for the Command Center. And with the timing for the Command Center, there's no barracks, so there is going to be a CC first. He can block. He can try to. He knows that he can start with his own hatch first.
He could even go double hatch before pool.
Exactly.
He has all the options here, and what he's going to do, first of all, is deny Marine King's wall, which is going to stress Marine King out a lot, because, yeah, you can just make the Command Center somewhere else, but he needs to deal with that drone, because what if Lings are coming? He doesn't know. He's, again, a little bit blind here. Again, once more, rather than following the drone home and going for the scout to see what Nestea is doing, he just sends it back into the main. He's playing very, very blind right now.
And look at all those drones that we have for Nestea. He's getting drone after drone after drone. He doesn't stop. He goes up straight to 18 at this point. So he knows exactly what's going on here. And he's going for the double hatch before pool.
Yep.
He's going for it. And this is so awesome.
It's such a great map for this too, I feel.
Yeah, this is amazing. This is exactly what you want to have. And we've seen players do this against Marine King because they know he likes to play greedy, and Nestea confirmed it before doing so.
Yeah, Nestea just playing safe, takes scouting information and then uses it. Marine King, on the other hand, playing greedy here, going into double barracks after CC once more, and he's doing the exact same build we saw him do last game. This time, but his second barracks is a little bit more hidden, a little bit more to the front of his base. But we'll see how he responds. You know, the thing is, to respond to something, you have to first know about it, and he doesn't know anything.
This is just Nestea working not only the player, but also the map. I definitely believe that on a very smaller map, he would have tried to be aggressive again. Just trying to get into Marine King's head, to just push him. But now he goes for a very, very greedy opening because of what he confirmed. And the Overlord has seen the gas, if I'm not mistaken, so he should know that there is at least one refinery. And he will now go and start to just get additional queens. We'll make sure that he has a defense set up. And I love that Marine King is at least sending this SCV out and tries to scout a little bit. He knows about the hatch timing, he sees it, and he knows, okay, well, you went for double hatch before pool. So at least he knows what's going on here. And I think this is pretty awesome for him at this point.
Ooh, bunker going down. This is sometimes a response we see against players who go for the double hatch before pool, because there's late queens. The queens being out late makes this pretty viable. He has to get those Marines over there at the fastest possible path. Nestea actually does not see the Marines, nor does he see the bunker, but he may be able to defend this. He probably won't lose the hatch, but he finds it. This is so important. Nestea not cutting any corners with scouting here.
Not at all. You know, the one thing, I mean, we talk about Marine King being predictable, but the one thing that we should never forget is that he is one of the best Terran players out there. He has sick micro, he has a great macro, he's one of those guys that really knows how to play it. And Nestea is aware of it. Nestea does not underestimate Marine King, because if you do, that's going to be your last mistake. And Marine King sees an opportunity, he tries to go for it, and he didn't lose anything with this.
Yeah.
Yes, he lost an SCV and he had to cancel a bunker. But this is just a calculated risk that he takes. And if Nestea doesn't see it, doesn't take down the SCV, suddenly he has to deal with a bunker right as third base. A lot of Marines in there, has to get a lot of Zerglings where he wants to build drones.
Yeah, it makes it so that the third base basically gets cancelled out, because all the resources you want to get extra from having the larva and having those drones at a better saturation just gets counteracted by the fact that he has to make Lings, which are going to then die to the bunker. So it's a nice trade there. But Nestea, since he scouted this, finds himself extremely ahead. Just look at this play. He's already 21 supply ahead. He's got 42 harvesters to 29.
50 in a second.
Yeah, that just keeps going up. Marine King has now another command center being built. So he's going 3 command centers once more, but this time a little bit more aggressive. He's getting stemmed, he's getting some Hellions out, he's going to be able to put more pressure on ST.
And ST has now 5 queens. That will help him a lot to defend against Hellions. I'm a bit surprised that he didn't start to spread his creep a bit earlier. And this is actually one of those games where a move that TLO pulls off with the Hedge Cancel would really help him quite a lot. I am surprised that he doesn't do anything like it, because if you have like 3 bases this early, yes, the 3rd base helps you spreading the creep down, but you want to connect them as fast as possible, because your units will be a little bit later when you drone up that hard. So this would have been a good move. Regardless of that, we have the creep spread from the natural to the 3rd, so he now can use those queens to defend against the Hellions, which is exactly what he does. And he doesn't skip on the Baning Nest, which is really important in case Marine King goes for a Marine and Hellion attack.
Which is, he's been known to do in the long time ago, you know, about a year ago or so, when that type of attack was very regular. But now ST goes for Lair. Something to notice is that he, like Life, goes for the Lair oftentimes at the natural, which makes it very difficult for Marine King to scan, and it makes his natural hatchery have a little bit more hit points. So usually also in the late game we see drops try to target down hives or lairs. They're in the main base, and it's a lot harder to drop into an actual natural where everything kind of pools together. So just a cool choice, I like that.
+1/+1, 3rd base now for Marine King. NST covering all the bases. So Marine King also macroing it up. I like the early upgrades. I like the double evolution chamber. He played on Daybreak against Life, a very bio-centered style that put so much pressure on Life that the StarTale Zerg player couldn't really deal with it. And it looks like he's going to try to do something similar to NST at this point. He's focused, he's just getting a lot of gas into those upgrades and into the additional medivacs. And this is one of the benefits if you go for a heavy bio style, that you have so much gas available to go into medivacs and to go for the extra Marauders. But as I said, we have the 2nd factory now coming up.
That style that you described with the Marauders is what we saw Marine King actually succeed against Life in his only game we won against him in our previous series, where he just simply had too much healing power. These medivacs are a little bit poorly rallied here, but now he might be able to use them to do some elevator tactics if he wants to. Now the Marines come through. And here we go, he stems, runs forward, but Nesty, like you said, with the Banelings here, should be fine. And that's not enough medevac space to lift all of this up.
Nice! Tries to catch all of them, and whoa!
Not a single unit saved.
That hurts, and this is exactly what you want to do as a Zerg player. You run in, you have the creep advantage, your Zerglings with the speed upgrade, boom, you surround the army, and then the Banelings do the rest of the job because the Terran player can't retreat. And now suddenly, NST has the option of busting through.
Yeah, he can just make a ton of Banelings. He makes 16 here. That's exactly what he wants to do. He knows he has an opportunity. He could go for the 3rd base, but going for the natural seems so apparently a good idea to him.
He's going for this timing with 1-1, and his Baneling speed will nearly be completed. The siege tanks are being produced. The thing is, siege mode won't be ready in time. The upgrades, everything is lining up, and NST even attacking before the upgrades are done. Marine King already being on 1-1, but the siege modes, that's the crucial point. He doesn't have it.
He certainly does not. Here come the Banelings. Speed is about to finish with that upgrade. He can roll up the ramp. Here we go. 1-1 is done. And Nesty hitting this perfectly here. Busts down the depots. Is going to go straight into the main base. Marine King is in a lot of trouble here.
This timing was art. He attacks. He busts through the wall. 1-1 is completed. Speed is completed. Everything is there as Marine King is under so much pressure. And the second wave of Nesty is already at his doorstep with 124 supply. Nesty just doesn't want to waste any time. He's going for it. Marine King trying to hold. Siege mode is done. He has to manually target all those Banelings, and he does it. Where are the Zerglings? He needs more of them. The Zergling up. Follow-up is now running across the map. Will it be then time? There's SCVs!
Ooh, really nice splitting here by Marine King, in fact.
Yeah.
We've seen crazy Marine splits, but those SCV splits are excellent. But the thing is, he saved those, he cut his losses, but the next wave is going to be the end for him here. He just does not have enough production. He's mining from his 3rd base slightly, but Nesty is not even interested. He's killing the last SCVs in the main base now. Marine King is out of luck here.
Marine King is dropping in Harvester Supply. He's down to 36. Ling after Ling is being produced. Beautiful Banelings! Boom! The SCV train is rolling right into them. And now suddenly we only have 7 SCVs left. 6, and there it is. GG!
Marine King falls in game number 2. The score now 2-0.